Drivers at the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, remained off the job for a second day Thursday, leaving commuters stranded. They have been protesting to register their dissatisfaction with the government's new compensation system.
Greetings and welcome once again to another exciting episode of RoadTripJA. This is your excursion extraordinaire and guide, Dr. A. Today we'll be examining the news as we are seeing that Jamaica is in trouble again, especially the Ministry of Finance, not only the Ministry of Finance, but the Ministry of Transportation. We are seeing where the JUTC drivers have decided that it is in their best interest to desist from engaging in operations of the motor vehicles, and they have good reason. Let us just hear a few of them indicate what is taking place to see if we can do some assessment to determine if there is any validity to their claims. So let us examine why the drivers decided to take industrial action. Well, the drivers are human beings and they have their needs. They have their families to take care of. And you know that we cannot just be selective in expressing bias towards a particular group because of prestige. They are humans and they are doing a service to the country and the people of Jamaica. As such, it is important that they are treated with the dignity that they deserve.
Officials from the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, and the University and Allied Workers Union, which represents the drivers.
But why did the bus drivers decide to take industrial action?
We have no idea about no signing off, nothing. You understand what I mean? When they say, when the union came the last meeting there, they say, yeah man, we have to get a lump sum of money. That's what they said. You understand what I mean? So everybody look forward for this whole heap of money here. You understand what I say? And then when we check, and you understand what I mean? I know we can't even buy a bread. You understand what I mean? We can't even buy Vaseline for comb with the head. You understand what I say? I'm not joke. You can like a beg, then one for a beg.
When the bus swings, when the bus not swing, it bounce like ball. We don't have the seat belt. The seat them a bounce up. They catch. We have to catch them with paper roll, so we can see over the dashboard. Do no wiper when we're in a fall. We have to be like, it's crazy. You know, no light.
Drivers claim that they are forced to operate defective buses in contravention of the new Road Traffic Act. This has resulted in them being ticketed by the police. The fines, they explained, have to be paid by them. Pointing to a past encounter, one driver says he has received 5 traffic tickets in one day.
I come from town, the bus overheating. I reach right at the plaza, the bus just shut down because you know traffic winner. The policeman say move the bus. I say officer, shut down, it overheat. The man say, the people so same time the bus, I fly the bus door. And the people them start come out, man say, alright, do what you do it fast. So and one next police come around and say, give me your license, more my license. So same time I start back the bus. You understand me? Because the passenger them already come out and say me I bring it to the labor. The man follow me come up there and give me 5 tickets. You understand me? I have to go pay out of my pocket.
For these defective buses, remember that these defective buses, when we get ticket for them, some of the points, some of the offenses cause us to get points. And remember, when all of our points are gone, we don't have a job. So if the company even pay the fine, who give us back the points?
In the meantime, officials from the JUTC and the Ministry of Labour and the union representing the workers, University Allied Workers Union, were locked in a meeting for most of the day. The JUTC is requesting a back-to-work order from the ministry, but the union insists if some of the problems are not addressed, the industrial action is likely to continue.
In summary, we have come to the realization that salary is not the only concern they have, but salary is a concern which takes great precedence, as they need to know where they stand in terms of their earning potential and what classification and ranking they are under. However, what was brought to my attention is that the buses that the Jamaica Urban Transit Company are currently operating, some of them are unfit. And the big challenge with the buses being unfit is that the persons who receive the ticket for the bus being unfit are those persons who are driving the bus, which means that the company should be taking the necessary precaution in order to ensure that the buses are in optimal operation in compliance with the Transport Authority regulations, especially with the new ticketing system that has been dispensed upon the wider population of Jamaica. Surprisingly, it was determined that when these drivers receive tickets, even if JUTC pays the ticket, what is going to happen is that they will lose points of their license. I want you to understand the conundrum that this is creating. So the drivers are driving the defective buses because people need to get to work. The companies who have the buses and who are supposed to maintain the buses have neglected that duty and have jeopardized the license of the drivers which are working for the said company. Yes, we know that it's all governmental, but they are different governmental entities, and as such, there are different rules and regulations which surround their operation and governance. So look at this. When these drivers operate the buses that the government has given to them to operate, what happens is that their livelihood is being compromised because they can lose points for the defective vehicles which they have no direct impact upon, and these points put them in a deficit. Because if all their points are lost from their license, what happens is that they are no longer able to operate the buses. And if you're a driver and your livelihood resides in that license and having the points to make you eligible for employment and also operating based on the government standard, then this compromises your ability. When your ability is compromised in this situation, you are now at a disadvantage because you are going to be disproportionately affected even though it is not your doing. And as such, these individuals are in a compromised position. And this here can lead to them being terminated, not because of anything that they have intentionally done, but because of how the system is designed. So I don't think that the government actually thought about the whole unification of the different departments which operate to form the whole governance structure, because this has now created a state of disgruntlement in the employees, and these employees are serving the people of Jamaica. And I believe that due diligence should have been executed, but they have been ordered back to work. So let us see if these concerns would or will be addressed. So this is just something that we can look at as it is taking place actively in Jamaica. There are other news taking place, but we'll cover them at another time. This is Dr. A signing out from RoadTripJA. Walk, ride, drive, and fly good. Until next time.